Hello everyone, good morning. How are you? Hope everybody fit and fine. Okay, so dear students, you have already seen the five lectures of chapter number 11 water, and this is the lecture number 6. This is the lecture number 6. Right? And as per my promise that I told you, when we will meet in the next time, then we will solve the exercise. Whatever exercise is given in the book, we will solve it. Right? So, dear students, I am hoping that whatever we discuss about water in all the lectures, I am hoping that you understand all these things nicely. So once again, before it starts the exercises, we will always take a small recap. So once again, a small recap of the chapter. So see, dear students, sometimes you are feeling like that, why am I taking the recap of again and again, why is it necessary? So but I want to tell you that this recap is very necessary to you. If you will revise the things on the proper time, if you will learn the things on proper time, then you will never ever forget. That's why I always believes in the recaps. Right? So now move on and we will discuss about the studies as per my habit. First I will take the small recap of the entire lesson. The whole summary I will revise within few minutes. Alright. So this is the lecture number 6 which you are going to see, which you are going to solve the exercise, which is based on chapter number 11, water. See, dear students, water plays a very important role is in our life. You already knows these things well. Water is very precious to all of us, not only for man, not only for human being, but plants, animals, for all the entire world. Water plays a very important role for entire world. And I told you that the 3/4 part of the water, 3/4 part of the earth is covered with the water only. 3/4 part is covered of the earth with water only. But only 1% of the water is fit for use. Only 1%. Water is good for use. It is fit for use. Then we discussed about the sources of water. There are two major sources of water. Number 1 is rain. Number 2 is snow. And the water that comes directly from the rain, we can say that the rainy water is the most cleanest water. It is most pure water. You can use it directly. Suppose there is a water shortage at your home, so and if there is a rainy season, then what you can do? You can keep one bucket on the terrace, and that water, the rain water, you can use it directly. That is good for you. It is the most cleanest, most pure water. Alright, then we discussed about the groundwater. Groundwater means the water. See, when rainy season is there, rainwater will come. So what is happening? Some part of the rainy water will flow with the rivers, with the oceans, with the lakes, with the streams, with the ponds. But some parts of the water, it will go in the ground only. It will go in the ground only, and that is called the groundwater. And usually we human beings are using that groundwater. That groundwater is good for us, is fit for us. That's why we all are using that water. Right? And the sources of the groundwaters are wells, hand pumps and tube wells. These 3 sources of the water, of the groundwater. Right? man-made sources. These are the artificial sources. This is it is not the natural sources of the water. The natural source of the water is rain and snow. And the wells, the hand pumps and the tube wells, these are the artificial sources, or we can say the man-made sources which we human being made, which we human being create to make our life more convenient. Right? Then I told you about snow. Water found frozen. Water found frozen as snow on a very cold place. On a very cold place like high mountain areas. There water is frozen. Free zona means Jamna. We can call it in Hindi Jamna, right? So when the summer season will come, what will happen? The snow starts melting. Whatever snow is there on the high mountain area, it starts melting and it flows into the rivers, into the oceans and seas and streams and lakes. Right? Then I told you about the property of water. Water has the biggest quality that it can dissolve each and everything in it. Each and everything. Whether it is a solid form or it is in a liquid form. It doesn't matter. So that is the biggest quality of the water, that it can dissolve the large numbers of solid in it. Large numbers of solid in it. Right? Well, I told you that when you will keep a soap on the floor, then what will happen after some time? It starts melting, and soap is the solid. Soap is a solid thing, but when soap will come to directly connect with the waters, when soap will come to directly connect with the water, then what will happen? Soap starts melting because of water only. So that is the good property of the water, that is the biggest quality of the water, that it can dissolve the solid item also in it. Right? And whatever, see, one more example I will give you. Suppose take a lemon and cut into 2 pieces and squeeze into the water. Then again take the salt and the sugar. Then starts melting with the help of spoon. Then what you will get? What you will find? You will find the solution. Because water can dissolve the salt, water can dissolve the sugar as well as lemon also. So you will get the nice solution which you call the lemon juice, lemon water, Nibu Pani. Right? Then we discussed about the good properties of the water, that number 1, water has no color. When you will put any color into the water, water will change, water will convert into that particular color. Then I told you that water has no taste. Everything has its own taste, but no taste of water. If you will squeeze a lemon, you will get the taste of water is sour. If you will put some sugar into the water, so you will get the taste of sweet. So we can say yes, there is no taste of water. There is no taste of water. Then we discussed about water has no smell. Everything has its own smell. Everything has its own smell. But water has no smell. And the last but not least, water has no particular shape. Everything is in a shape. See, this is chalk. Chalk is in my hand and it has its own shape. This is duster. Duster has its own shape. My pen has its own shape. But when you will pour the water into any particular shape, then what will happen? The water will take the shape of that particular container it is poured into. What will happen with the water? water takes the shape of that container it's poured into. If you will pour that water into a big jug, then what will happen? Water will take the place of that particular jug. So we can say, we can declare, yes, there is no shape of water. Then we discussed about the different forms of water. So there are three exist form of the water. Number one, solid. Ice cubes are the example of solid. Number two, water liquid. So water is the example of liquid. And number three, water vapor. Water vapor means the gaseous form of the water. When we will boil the water, then what will happen? What will happen? Yes, water starts boiling and it converts into the gaseous form. Right, then we discussed how the clothes can dry up nicely into the sunshine. What is the process behind that? What is the process behind that? So I told you that in the last lecture I gave you the example. And I told you that you have to do one practical, then only you can understand why is it happening so. Why is it happening in our day-to-day life? I told you that you will take two handkerchiefs and get them wet. And one handkerchief you will go on the terrace, and one handkerchief you will spread it nicely and you will hang. And the second handkerchief you will get the fold, that is the folded one, and you will hang it. So what will happen? You can see that the unfolded handkerchief will get dried up nicely and it will take the less time rather than the folded handkerchief. So if you will do this, you can understand this. Why is it happening? Is it happening because of water vapor process? When we will keep our clothes out in the sun to dry, the water from the wet clothes change into water vapor, and this water mixes with the air and our clothes get dried up. That is the reason. And I am hoping that you will do both the practicals what I told you. Right? And one more practical I told you to do that. Take some ice cubes and put into the glass. And after sometimes you can see there is a small droplets. There is a small droplets out of the glass. There is a small droplets outside of the glass. So this process is happening. This is also the kind of evaporation, right? And we discussed about the two processes, evaporation and water conduction, and both the processes are not actually similar. They are the different process. And at the last but not least, we discussed about the water cycle. So water cycle is happening due to heat of the sun actually. This process of water cycle is happening actually due to the sun only, because sun gives us two major things, heat and light. And water from seas, lakes, river, pond and streams rises up in the air. And the form of water vapor. When the sun rays comes directly to the earth, then definitely it will on the seas, on the rivers, on the oceans also. Then what will happen? Because of heat, water vapor process starts doing, right? And then what will happen? The water comes in the contact with cold air, है ना. जैसे जैसे वाटर वेपर की प्रोसेस होगी और जो वाटर वेपर्स हैं वो जब ऊपर जाएंगी, राइजेस अप होंगी, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? they will come with the connect to the cold air and they cool down to form of small droplets water, and these droplets became the bigger and the get closer to each other and then forms the cloud, और फिर वो बादलों का रूप ले लेते हैं. And the clouds starts coming closer to each other, and when they became very heavy they cannot actually carry it, so rainwater droplets starts coming and the clouds fall on the earth as in the form of rain and snow also. And the rainwater again goes into the ocean, into the river, into the lakes, into the ponds, into the streams, and some part of the rainwater seeps underground also, है ना. ऐसा नहीं होता है, it is not happening कि all the water will goes in the oceans and the rivers and the lakes and the ponds. No, some rainwater will definitely goes into under the ground. So these continuous circulation of the water between earth and the atmosphere, these continuous circulation of the water between earth and the atmosphere is actually called the water cycle. And I told you in the last lecture that you have to draw the picture of water cycle and you have to draw the 3-axis form of the water. And I am hoping that you will do it, you will follow my instructions, right? So, and we already done the new words also in the last lecture. So, this is time to do take the correct option. Now, move on and we will discuss about the exercise which is given on page number 74. So, we will start with the exercise number 1, exercise number A, take the correct option. This wala, right? So, I am hoping that everybody has the EVS notebook, pencil eraser in the hand and you will do with me. So, shall we start? Okay. So, let's start the exercise. Exercise number 1, take the correct answer. Take the correct answer. Take the correct answer means here 3 answers are given, 2 is wrong, 1 is right. So, we will choose the right one. So, let's see. Number 1. Oasis in the desert. Oasis in the desert form by what? So, beta, I will write only the right option over here. Everything is given in the book, so I will write only the right one. So, the right answer is underground water. Option A, underground water. Okay, now let's see what is number 2. Water is found frozen. Number 2, water is found frozen. Water is found frozen as water vapor, snow, rain or clouds. There are 4 options. Option number A, water vapor, number B, snow, number C, rain and number D, clouds. So, number B, snow is the right one. Number B, स्नो, वाटर इज फाउंड फ्रोजन, जो पानी है वो जमा हुआ मिलता है कहाँ पर? इन द हाई माउंटेन एरियाज. So the right answer is snow. Let's see number 3. Water is it's common from in number 3. Water in its common forms is called gas, solid, liquid and metal. So the common form, this word common, the common form of the water is beta liquid. The common form of the water is liquid. So the right answer is number C, liquid. The right answer is number C, liquid. Let's see number 4. Water changing into ice on water changes into ice on. So your options are heating, cooling, freezing and melting. Water changes into ice. So number C is the right answer. Freezing. Freezing means jamna. Water changes into ice on the exist of freezing. जब जो पानी है वो फ्रीज हो जाता है, वो जम जाता है, तो उसका फॉर्म चेंज हो जाता है. So water changes into ice on freezing form. Right? So take the screenshot faster. I am waiting. Okay, I hope you took the screenshot. So, I am going to rub this and we will do the next exercise. Okay, let's see what is exercise number B. Correct the underline and rewrite the statement. What is number B, beta? Number B is correct the underline. This is number B. This is number B. Correct the underline and rewrite the statement. It means here you have to rewrite the statement. So this is exercise number B and C. Okay, तो बेटा यहाँ पर जो ग्राउंड वाला है ये आपको कॉपी में लिखना है, ठीक है? These वाला you have to do in the copy. Take the correct option and correct the underline and rewrite the statement. You have to write in the copy. ये आपको कॉपी में करना है क्योंकि here there is no place to write. There is no place to write, so you have to write in the copy, in the notebook. And wrong is given over here. Let's see what is number 1. About 1/4. About 1/4 of the earth, about 1/4 of the earth is covered with water. Covered with water. This This line is given in the book. This line is given in the book. But actually, is this right? About 1/4. This statement is right or wrong? No. 1/3. About 1/3 of the earth is covered with the water. So the right one I am writing over here. About 1/3 or 3/4. 3/4 of the earth is covered with water. This is right one. This is right one. Now let's see number 2. Water vapor is the main source of the water. Number 2. Water vapor is the main source of water. No, this is wrong. Water vapor is not actually the main source of the water. Rain and the snow both are the main source of the water on the earth. है ना? So here we will write the correct one. Rain and snow. Rain and snow is main sources of water. Let's see number 3. Water is frozen in desert area. Water is found frozen in desert area. So desert means to रेगिस्तान, रेतीला इलाका. Water can found frozen in desert area. क्या पानी जमा हुआ मिल सकता है रेगिस्तान में? रेगिस्तान में तो बेटा पानी ही नहीं मिलता है. Then this is the wrong one. So what we will write over here? Water is found frozen on high mountain area. The right answer is water is found frozen in high mountain areas. High mountain spelling is quite big, it will not fit over here, so I will write here. Mountain area. So only 4 answers are fit over here. Only 4 answers, about 3/4. I am underlining the correct answer with the colored chalk. So you can make it the difference between the right one and the wrong one. Alright? I am underlining the right options with the colored chalk. Okay, so take the screenshot, otherwise pause the screen or write in the notebook, note down in the notebook. Then we will write the number 4th, last wala number 4th we will write. Okay, I hope you have taken the screenshot. So I am going to rub it, and number 4th I will write over here. Number 4th. Water exists in 5 forms. Number 4th is given water exists in 5 forms. Is this right? Water have 5 exist? No, water have 3 exist form: liquid, solid and gaseous. Liquid, solid and gaseous. So the right answer is water exists in 3 forms. Water exists in 3 forms. Alright. So come on, quickly take the screenshot. I am not in front of the board. Water exists in 3 forms: solid, liquid, gas. 3 forms. I hope your work is completed. So I am going to rub it. Okay, now we will do the number C wala beta. Fill in the blanks with the correct word. We will do number C. Fill in the blanks with the correct word. Exercise number C. Dash is the main source of water. Dash is the main source of water. What is the main source of the water? Yes, rain. Rain is the main source of water. So I will write rain over here. Rain is the main source of water. Let's see number 2. The upper limit of groundwater is called what? Number 2. The upper limit of groundwater is called the what? It is called the water. The upper limit of the groundwater is called the वाटर, जो ग्राउंड वाटर होता है उसमें सबसे ऊपर की जो लेयर होती है दैट इज कॉल्ड वाटर. नंबर 3, a dash is used to measure rainfall. It is asked in the question that what kinds of equipments we human beings are using to measure the rainfall. If we want to measure the temperature of our body, we will use usually thermometer. What we will use thermometer, है ना? As like that, if we want to measure the rainfall, बारिश के पानी को मेजर करना हो, then what we will use? We will use rain gauge. That is a kind of equipment. Rain gauge. This is the name of that equipment. Now, number 4. Groundwater can also be drawn with the help of groundwater can also be drawn with the help of hand pump. With the help of hand pump. Last but not least, water give the taste of water. This exercise you have to write in the copy. आपको कॉपी में लिखना है. Water gives the taste of a solution. Water gives the taste of a solution dissolved in it. So this is the quality of the water. This is the property of a water. It gives the taste of a solution then dissolve it. जो भी हम उसमें घोलते हैं वो उसी का स्वाद देता है. That is the property of the water. Take the screenshot faster. Whatever I wrote with the colored chalk, with the yellow chalk, this is your answer. Number 1, A is the rain is the main source of the water. Rain is your answer. Number 2, the upper limit of the groundwater is called the water. Number 3, rain gauge is used to measure the rainfall. And number 4, groundwater can also be drawn with the help of hand pump, and water gives the taste of a solution that dissolve in it. So here we are completing the exercise number C, fill in the blanks. So I am rubbing this and we will write the question and the answers. Question and the answers is the last exercise which we will do now. Because of this green board and chalk, I am not feeling happy. Okay, so answer these questions. Your heading is answer these questions. So, question number 1. Let's see what is question number 1. In which 3 forms does water exist? In which 3 forms does water exist? So your answer is the water exists into 3 forms. The water exist into 3 forms. Ice water, and water vapor. Water vapor. Water vapor. V-A-P-O-U-R. Water vapor. So, this is your answer number 1. Question number 2. Question number 2 का answer is very big. So I am giving you time to note down because my board is very small. Question number 2's answer will not fit in that place. So write this, then we will do question number 2. Okay, I hope you noted down, and I am going to rub this question number 1 and answer number 1. And I will write question number 2, answer number 2. Okay, now let's write question number 2. Question number 2. Why clothes dry? Why clothes dry up faster when spread it out in the sun. It is asked in the question that why the clothes dry up faster when spread out in the sun. When we will spread out the clothes in the sun, shining under the sun, why they dried up faster? So the answer is clothes dry much quicker in warm sunshine. Because the water from the vat clothes changes into the water, vapor. This vapor mixes with the air and our clothes get dried up. So this is answer number 2. Let's write your answer number 2. Beta, whenever the reason is asked in any question, है ना? Whenever the reason is asked in any question, that answer should be long because we have to give the reason in the answer, है ना? in Hindi I will tell you that जब भी किसी क्वेश्चन में कोई रीजन पूछा जाता है कि ऐसा क्यों होता है, अगर हम कपड़े सूरज की रोशनी में सुखाएंगे तो वो जल्दी क्यों सूखते हैं, तो here we will write the reason behind it. So whenever we have to write the reason in any answer, it makes that answer long. So please do not tell me that this answer is very small, this answer is very long. Now you all are a grown-up child and you have to maintain your notebook nicely and develop your habit to write the long answers also. So I hope you took the screenshot. Last but not least, question number 3 and the answer number 3 I will write over here. Question number 2, why clothes dried up faster than we spread out in sunshine? So your answer is clothes dried up much quicker in warm sunshine because the water from the wet clothes changes into water vapor, and this vapor mixes with the air and our clothes dried up faster, dried up quicker. So I am going to write the last question, question number 3 and the last answer. Then I will wind up my lecture. Question number 3. What is the water cycle? What is a water cycle? What is a water cycle? Here we will write what is the water cycle. So this answer of this question, again it's long. The water cycle is the path the water cycle is the path यानी रास्ता है that all the water flows as it and moves around us around earth. In different status like ocean, rivers, lake, and even underground water. And this continuous and this continuous circulation of water between the earth not fit over here, so I am writing over here. And the atmosphere is called the water cycle. So here we are completing the entire exercise of chapter number 3. Note down, take the screenshot, pause the screen, whatever you do, whatever you want to do. Question number 3, what is water cycle? Here it is asked that the process of water cycle. So the water cycle is the path that all the water flows as it moves around earth in different states like oceans, rivers, lakes and even underground water. And this continuous circulation of water between the earth and the atmosphere is called the water cycle. This answer is also very long because of the water cycle process is a very big process, so it will take the long answer. Alright, so here I am going to wind up my lecture. When we will meet in the next lecture, then we will start chapter number 12, the new chapter, right? So till then, bye bye, have a nice day, God bless you, and complete your notebook at proper time with good handwriting, with beautiful handwriting, right? So bye bye.